Hammond here. In this video, I will be dealing with the removal of a mechanical relay in a vintage Leslie 147 amplifier. In preparation of replacing it with a solid state relay, and I will do that in a subsequent video. So in this video, let's go ahead and get started with the removal of the vintage mechanical relay. Okay, here we have the 147 sitting on my desk. And I'm going to see if we can change the angle of the camera so that you can see what I'm doing. Right here. Now, the mechanical relay, this is the relay, and of course what this deals with is the tremolo and corral switch that is connected to the organ. So as you hit the switch on the organ, this does this. It opens and closes. It opens and closes so that you have fast and slow turning of the rotors in your Leslie. Now, right now, this mechanical relay is functional, but it's the original mechanical relay, and I've rebuilt this amplifier, including putting in new capacitors and resistors, new potentiometer, volume pot. So in order to ensure the reliability of this amplifier, it is also essential to go ahead and change out this relay. And I'm going to be using a solid state relay, a Hamptone solid state relay, as a replacement for this. But in this video, let's go ahead and remove this. Now, when I replace these relays, the mechanical relays, with another mechanical relay, I will always draw a diagram of the wires, because I'll use the same wiring setup in the new for the new relay. The new relay looks very much like the vintage relay. Let me see if I have one. Here's one right here. I have one. So this is a new solid state relay, and in some of my amps I'll use one of these as a replacement, and in other amps I'll use a solid state relay like this. I have several of these Hamptone solid state relays that I want to use, simply because I've had them for a while, and I need to put a relay in some of these amps. So I'm going to be using this as opposed to another brand that I've gone to. But these work wonderfully. But I'll talk more about this when I get to the point where I'm ready to install that. But the point that I want to make here is that I will normally draw a diagram of the current wiring setup of this mechanical relay, because I will use that same wiring setup when I replace it with another mechanical relay. Now you might ask, Dr. Kemp, how do you decide whether you're going to use a solid state relay versus a mechanical relay? Well, there are two major factors three major factors that I look at. One is the availability of the relay. What do I have on my shelf at the time that I'm working on a particular amplifier? Unless it's a customer's amplifier, and that's the second thing. If it's a customer's amplifier, I'll give the customer an option as to whether they want a mechanical relay replacement or they want a solid state replacement, and that'll decide. I'll let the customer decide which one they prefer. But generally speaking, I will look at what I have in stock, and I will use either a mechanical relay or a solid state relay. The solid state relays are, of course, more expensive. And so there is a third factor, given the cost of the solid state relays, and that is the appearance of the amplifier. If the amplifier is has a very clean chassis like this one, I mean, it looks good, it looks clean. It's one that I would want to use in my own personal Leslie, then I'm more inclined to use a solid state relay in it. If it's one of the ones that has some rust stains on it, one that looks more like this with rust, as you can see, it's a dirtier one, but this one I'll clean it up. But let's say after cleaning it up, it still has rust stains, and it's not as nice. The chassis on it is not as nice as the one that's here on my desk. Then one like this, I would more than likely, and this one hasn't had anything done to it. It's still all original. This is original, except somebody has changed out one of the caps in here. See, that cap right there has been changed. Other than that, this is an original vintage 147 amplifier. So in one like this, I'll be more inclined to put a mechanical relay in it. And so what that does is that it allows me to have a variety or some options for customers who wish to buy a Leslie amplifier from me, either a Leslie 147 amplifier or a Leslie 122 amplifier. I can sell them one with a solid state relay or one with a mechanical relay, and there'd be a charge difference, a difference in the price for the one with the solid state relay. That's because the solid state relay costs me more money. It's significantly more for the solid state relay than for the mechanical relay. The base prices for the mechanical for a Leslie amplifier with a mechanical relay. When you start talking about a Leslie amplifier with a solid state relay, the price can easily be 50 or so more dollars on top of the base price for an amp with a mechanical relay, which is, that's how they come from the manufacturer. They're going to come with a mechanical relay, and so you start with that as the base, the mechanical relay, and the solid state relay would be an upgrade from that. Okay. All right, so let's go into the removal of this relay. Now there are 5 wires here. That will have to be removed. And so what we're dealing with, a yellow one here on top, this one, a white one here, this one, then we have a purple one down here, we have a red wire down here at the bottom, and then we have an orange wire here at the bottom in the front. Now, in order to save more wire, it's easier to simply to solder, or in this case, desolder. And as I said, I would normally write down where everything is coming from here, but I know in having installed the Hamtone solid state relays in the past, that they don't follow this particular pattern. So we'll have to use the instructions that come with, I'm removing the purple wire, and I know my hand is in the way there. But that's the purple. And then there's the orange here. That's very simple. Alright. Also, this is a good time to check all of your connections. Make sure that the other end of the wire is secure. Like right here. Make sure that this is a good, secure joint there. And the white one coming off of the motor socket, that looks good. And I'm gonna go ahead and clean my wire while I'm at it. want my tips to be clean. And that's going to be very important when I go to reconnect these wires to the new relay. Alright. Okay, now I'm going to turn this over. And we have a screw here that will turn. Put my hand under there. That simply unscrews. That's it. That's all it takes to remove a relay. It's as simple as that. This screw was rusty looking, so have a little thingy here, a little bowl wire bowl that I use to hold excess screws. And this relay was a working relay, and so I will not discard this relay, but I'll put on here works. And I'll put on it 147, so that I know that this one works, that it's a 147, and more than likely I'll take this and put it on eBay for sale and get whatever I can get out of it. Okay? Now, if I had one that didn't work, I would not sell that. I would not put that on eBay. In fact, this is a clean one. Has clean contacts. Looks very good. All right, so in the next video, I'll be installing the new Hamtone solid state relay. So until the next video, this is Dr. Kemp Hammond Doc saying to you, please have a peaceful and wonderful day. Goodbye.